All right, we are recording. It is Tuesday, April the 19th. Can't believe we're almost through the end of, is my head chopped off? The end of April. And I'm super excited tonight because we're going to share some great booking ideas for you guys. But of course, Team Training and Connection Night wouldn't be the same without me reading my quote from my planner, right? So, quote of the day is, "You can't be that kid standing at the top of the water slide overthinking it. You have to go down the chute." And that is from, I don't think this is right, Tiny Faye? Shouldn't it be Tina Fey? I don't know. Anyway, it says Tiny. That's a little weird, but I like that. You can't be that kid standing at the top of the water slide overthinking it. You have to go down the chute. So that's kind of perfect with what we're talking about tonight, right? We're going to be talking about bookings. So we can't overthink it. We just got to do it. We just got to do it and go down the water slide. Okay. So what are we celebrating tonight, ladies? Tell me what, Tina Fey. Well, that's not what it says. It says Tiny, though. Tiny in my planner. I think they have a misprint. Right? Thank you, Carla. What are we celebrating, ladies? Type it in the chat box. Tell me what you're celebrating. One thing you're celebrating today. It could be that you are in your pajamas drinking a glass of wine. It could be that you got a booking today or new team member. It could be anything. You're going to conference, Christy. Yay! And a $1,200 fundraiser. That is awesome. Michaela is closing a party tonight. Awesome. Michaela's been rocking her little videos for our video challenge. Celebrating your awesome, yeah, Julia's here as a guest, so that's super exciting. She's checking out how fabulous our amazing Sparkling Stars team is, so give Julia a shout out, ladies, because she is going to see how amazing you all are and how you all get on here every Tuesday night. Okay, let me read. Dottie got a booking today, and she came to our Better Together event last night. Yay, Dottie! Cruise depression. Mary, you're back with your family now, so we're all here. We're all here to make you sparkle and shine. Second cup of coffee tonight, Miss Carla. Coffee at night? My dear, we need to have a chat. Mindy is working on follow-up calls today, and she received 2 new orders. Martha's closing a $530 party. Nicole has closed a party that just fell in my lap. Well, we like things that fall in your lap, right? So that's super exciting. Good job, guys. Okay, did I miss anybody? Yay, I'm so glad you guys are here. Well, we are recording, so anybody who watches the replay can watch how fabulous and amazing you all are. I am going to celebrate you all in a couple of ways tonight. Sorry, I'm getting situated. If you didn't happen to see my Facebook post, I happened to post this because this came in the mail today. And this is because of you guys. It's not because of me. It is a building bonus. I earned a $1,000 building bonus as a senior director with 31 gifts. But guess what? I don't earn anything like this unless I have amazing Sparkling Stars that are right there beside me. And so because of you all, we as a team earned this amazing gift and bonus. And I'm super excited to share this award with you all. So I'm celebrating all of you tonight because this is not possible without all of you and all of the hard work that you guys do and the commitment that you do to get on these calls each week, participate in the Facebook group. You get out there and you share the opportunity, you share the gift of 31. And so because of you, we're celebrating that little promotion bonus tonight. So congratulations, Sparkling Stars. I do, since I didn't today on our Facebook page, it's Team Day, and I did not recognize anybody today, but I want to recognize just a few ladies. You know, we're mid-month, so sometimes things are a little bit skewed as far as, you know, people are still putting in parties. I know some of you are putting them in tonight. So this is as of tonight. The numbers will probably change, but I do want to recognize our ladies who've submitted over $1,000 in sales. Excuse me, hold on. I keep getting messages, so I'm making sure there's not issues. Your chat, okay, Jamie, yay. I don't know why you don't have a chat option. I'm glad you're here though, Jamie, yay. Okay, so Miss Monica Ehlers has submitted $1,526, and we're a little halfway through the month. So congratulations to Monica. Jennifer Hopper has submitted $1,418. Stephanie Asarud. Stephanie, I apologize if you watched the recording. I messed up your last name, but you've submitted $1,364. Christy, I know she's on the call tonight, and she has submitted $1,363. So good job, Christy. Bobby Scarpel has submitted $1,212. So way to go, ladies. I also am going to submit brain dead. I'm also going to recognize the ladies who've submitted at least $600 or more in sales. And so those are Becca Gasper, Celeste Wiederholt, Alexandra Edwards, Joelle White Schaefer, Jen Moss, Kristen Glur, Julianne Hawkins. And we have, okay, I'll go to 500. Sorry, I get excited because Charlene Glur is super close. Michaela Searles, super close. Nicole, you've submitted $530, so you're super close to the $600 level. And Wendy Slagle has submitted $510. So congratulations, ladies. And then we obviously need to share the gift of 31 because we've only shared it with 2 people this month, but the month is still not even quite halfway. It's a little over halfway over. And Sheena Schneebel has added 1 new team member to her team, and then I've added a new team member to our team as well. So we have that new amazing Away We Go roller incentive. If you've not checked that out on 31today.com, please check that out. We had some questions about it last night at Better Together event. Any of you guys have questions about it and how it works? Should I go over that? I'll just go over it anyways. Okay, so if they join between now and July 20th, I believe, they have a chance to earn 4 Start Swell levels. We all know that. But if they decide to kind of, I say, being a little bit more of an overachiever, and they submit $1,000 in sales in one of those 30-day time frames, they receive the Away We Go roller for free. So that's a pretty incredible deal. And the way I explained it last night is that's pretty much one launch party of their own. They can earn their Hostess exclusives, and they can earn the Hostess credits. And then have a friend or a parent or a sibling or someone host a party for them as well in that first 30 days. And they're going to earn Hostess credit, commission, Start Swell, and an extra Hostess exclusive for free. So it's a pretty incredible offer for all of them. Okay, a couple more reminders, and then we'll get into the meat of the training here. Everyone, have you all bought your medium utility tote? Hopefully you've all bought your medium utility tote. That pre-sale is going on right now through April 22nd. So that's Friday. So you guys have till Friday to order that. You can order just the tote or just the insert or the combination, I believe. And then you can add personalization if you want it. So you still got to do that. Yeah, get that done because I'm telling you guys, this is why we're talking about bookings tonight, because I truly believe that May and June are going to be 2 of our hottest months because the medium utility totes, since I've been with 31, have always been in November, but they've moved them to May. And I know I already have. I just shared the special. I don't share it with everyone. I'll stop and say that right now. But my Hostess of the Month Club, they get exclusive perks to being a Hostess of the Month for 6 months. And so they just closed out their party yesterday. And so today I announced to them the May and the June specials so they can go ahead and start preparing. They know that that is something that they exclusively know. It is not shared with my entire VIP group. I will not share that until we're closer to the end of May, unless I'm trying to get some bookings. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify on that part. We still have conference going on, and conference registration is through the end of May. And if you're still on the fence, I would love to chat with you about that one-on-one, or any of our leaders in the Sparkling Stars team would also love to chat because it is going to be incredible and amazing. We have plenty of rooms reserved in Salt Lake. If you're going to Columbus, and Christy, remind me, Annette DeSanto, one of my best friends with 31, will be in Columbus and her team. So I will connect you with them. Any questions about announcements? Whoop, whoop. Any questions? Tomorrow morning when my paychecks, I have an alarm. Okay, good, Carla. Yay. Do it. Do it tomorrow. I got to see Carla last night. Who else did I get to see that's maybe on here? Miss Martha I got to see. Dottie I got to see last night. I'm brain dead because it's so hot in my office. I'm going to have to turn the fan on. Anybody else that's on here? I think those are the 3, so super excited. So here's the deal. We're going to talk about bookings tonight because I think it's super important. Who needs a booking? Shout it out in the chat box. Who feels like they need a booking? Do you need it now? Do you need it in May? Do you need it in June? Who wants a booking? Who needs a booking? Who feels like they're struggling in the booking area? Because I feel like I've been getting that question a lot. You need them all. Martha, we talked about this. Dottie, we talked about this last night. But Dottie, you got one, so I'm super excited. Struggle bus. Okay, May, June, July. Okay, so here's the deal. Last night, Martha and Dottie And Carla, you've already heard part of this, okay? All right, so this sheet is on 31today.com. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. They've updated it. It's called Who Do You Know? And then on the back, it is Celebrate No. So number one, I talked about at our Better Together event last night that I listened to the Go for No book in an hour-and-a-half car ride home yesterday, and it got me all fired up and excited about the word no. And so if you are looking for a book, it was $4.95 to buy on audiobooks, so it was very inexpensive, and it was really great. In fact, I'll probably listen to it again here in the next couple of weeks. But the thing with this is a different way of looking at, like, we've always heard of the list of 62, right? So when you join 31, we kind of encourage you all to make a list of 62 and go by the Franks list. So that's friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, associates, whatever, and spouses, associates, okay? Well, this is a little bit differently, so I'm going to encourage you all to find this. Just type in Who Do You Know in the search box on 31today.com, and you can print yourself off one. And I made the girls last night actually fill this out, because on the left-hand side, it has, like, past customers. So here's the thing. We're going to talk about bookings tonight, and I want you all to start working on your list, because I'm going to challenge you all to get bookings, but I'm not going to challenge you to get them until Friday. And I'll explain that here in a little bit, okay? So you guys don't have to feel like you get off this tonight and you have to start making booking calls and booking texts and things like that. But this sheet is going to help you think of people who to contact, right? So past customers, past hostesses. If you're a new consultant, think of maybe more on the other side of the sheet. So friends, relatives, and your relatives' friends, because that's the way this whole networking direct sales industry works. Is it's not necessarily the people that we know, but it's the people that we know who know someone who knows someone. Makes sense? So my business now thrives off of people who aren't necessarily my friends and family. It's thriving off of people who I was connected with through other people that I knew when I started my business. And so that's where this sheet comes into play. So neighbors, friends, and my friends' neighbors. Makes sense? Kids, friends, parents, spouses, associates, and my associates' spouses. Associates, friends, and my friends' associates. So this is kind of just a way for you to help think about the people that you want to contact. And then on the back is a way to celebrate the no, and when you're reaching out to them and you don't get a no. But I'm also going to show you a different way here in just a little bit. Okay, so here's the deal, girls. I am your leader, and I want to help you reach your goals. But if I don't know what you want, I can't help you. So if you are silently struggling with something, I need you to message me, and more than likely, I would more prefer you to post it on our Facebook group, like, I'm struggling with bookings, or I'm struggling with getting somebody to, join my team, or I'm struggling with fundraising, or I'm struggling with Facebook parties, whatever it is, because I don't know unless you all as a team shout it out. And I would rather you not struggle in silence, because you're struggling alone at that point. But if you share that with us and our team, we can help you. And so that's one thing I'm asking as your leader. I feel like it's my job not to necessarily point out everything that you can find on TOT and point out and get all your text messages and say, this is where you get this and this is where you get that. I'm happy to do that, but I feel like my role as your 31 leader is to really help you reach your why or reach your goals with 31, no matter how big or small they are. And so I want to help you identify what you want from your business, but then I also want to show you the most direct path to get you to where you want to go. Make sense? So that's why we're talking about the bookings tonight. So I'm going to be open and real with all of you, and I expect the same in return. Deal? Deal. Okay, so we had a guest speaker tonight, and she got nervous. And she decided she was going to send a video instead of getting on here, because she was too afraid to get on here live, which is fine. A couple of you got to meet her last night, but I'll just be honest and share that we were going over this sheet last night. Her name is Gretchen Kemp. She is a senior consultant here in the Kansas City area. Her senior executive director is Brandy Black out of Georgia, who is a friend of mine. And Brandy actually connected the two of us a couple of years ago when Gretchen moved here from Florida. And she's been coming to my meetings ever since. And she shared how she really, her calendar was kind of, not full at all. She's super busy. She's in graduate school. She's a music teacher. She just has lots of things. She got a new puppy. She's like, her parents live out of state, so she's just super busy, just like the rest of us. We're all busy. But Brandy had challenged them to do a booking blitz. And girls, she got 22 bookings, 22 between now and June, through the end of June. And so I'm going to actually, her video is really good. I watched it. She's like, are you sure? Mindy and Kelsey, you have a head start from our training. Okay, good, Julianne. We're on the same page. Okay, so I'm going to play her video. I'm going to screen share my screen here so you all can see her. Hold on here. And then she did share some more information with me, so I'll be happy to answer questions for you, but hold on. Share screen. Okay, y'all can see that, hopefully. Now, I wonder if I have to take my earplugs out so you guys can hear it, though. Hold on. Okay, you ready?
Hi, my name is Gretchen Kemp, and
You
Dana
hear it?
asked me to send in a little information for all of you about booking. So my team just did a baseball booking bonanza, and we had teams of 4 people each, and everybody got 2 different days to spend booking their parties for April, May, and June, and then the final day, everybody had the day to book. So I went ahead and found the first day all of the contacts I could think of, and I sent texts to them or emails to them depending on the customer or a friend of mine or even family members that I hadn't reached out to before. And I asked them if they would maybe consider hosting a party. I put in a little something about their personal life. I never sent a group text because personalization is the best. I sent the link to our online catalog, and then I also made a little red stamp invitation. You're invited to be my hostess. And if they booked by a certain date, I gave them an extra $10 in hostess credit. So I reached out to a lot of people over my 3 days of booking. I had 42 people who did not respond to me. Some of them were waiting on meetings that were coming up later that they needed to talk to people, but they count as no response because I don't have a yes or a no. I had 22 people who said no. And to me, for most of them, that means not now. I wrote down their reason for no when they gave it so that I make sure if it's someone who really means no, I don't contact them again next time. And I had 22 people who said yes. I already have done a couple of those parties, and I've already booked about 3 or 4 more parties. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to fit those in my schedule yet. But the key was asking everybody I knew, brainstorming over several days, and continuing to make a list of more people I knew. And if I did get a no, I asked those people who they might recommend that I should contact to also book for a party. So good luck to you all. Reach out, do a challenge with your friends, do something. I'm motivated by challenges, and my SED knows that, so that's part of why she does this for some of us. But go ahead and challenge yourself. See what you can do and get those parties on your calendar. Bye.
Okay, let me put my thing back in here so I don't hear woodworking in the background. All right, so what Gretchen did was she was kind enough to share with me exactly her text. So I'm going to show you exactly what she sent. Isn't that fabulous? You all are going to get the keys. Woo, hi. All right, what are you chatting about? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to show you a couple of things. I talked with Gretchen for quite a while after everyone left last night, asking her more details about this because I was curious. Were these phone calls? Were these texts? Were these emails? We even asked her at our table last night, were these, like, how are you communicating with people? And what she shared with us was the fact that she is not a person who likes the phone. In fact, she hates the phone. And so she is not someone who's going to get on the phone and pick it up and even answer it if someone calls her. And so she said, I just did the text and the emails. She also, if someone didn't respond in a couple of days, she sent another message to them, just making sure that they received her message to see if she could get them to respond that way. Now, she had over 40 people who didn't say yes and they didn't say no, right? But she also had 22 people who said no, and she had 22 people who said yes. So I think those are pretty like positive results. The fact is we have to be in the frame of mind when we do something in regards to booking is we have to be prepared to hear the word no, right? No just means we're closer to another yes, but we also have to be prepared that people are not going to respond. And I've talked about this before, and I've touched on this before, is most of the time people are just busy and they are so bombarded by Facebook messages, Facebook party events, emails, texts. They've got the kids screaming in the background. They've got their husband asking them a question. And there's all these different things coming at them at once. And so it may be where they got the Facebook message, but then an alert came up that somebody tagged them on Facebook and they totally lost their train of thought and her message got lost in the list. Makes sense? So that's why I say take it with a grain of salt. Like, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I know they read that message. Now, why are they not responding to me? It happens to me all the time too, Mindy. Absolutely. And so I have had to tell myself that, like, if they're not responding to me, that's okay. I'll respond later, because here's the deal. What's the statistic? I know I've been talking about this on my Periscopes, but I'm going to read you guys the statistic. 48% of people are this is for salespeople, so people like indirect sales. 48% of people are never going to follow up with anyone after their first contact with someone because they don't get a response, right? 25% of people will follow up a second time. 12% of people will follow up with that customer a third time. Only 10% of us are going to follow up more than 3 times. Guess what happens on the 4th time? Usually people say yes after you followed up with them 4 times. Guess what happens between the 5th and the 20th time? 80% of people will say yes if you followed up with them between 5 and 20 times. So that's our job, to continue to, like she said, she made notes. Some people were just, no, not right now. And she kept actually on her phone, she had in like the notes section, she just listed the people that she was contacting. She put a little green check mark next to them as she contacted them. And then if they responded, she made a note next to it so that she can go back to it. Like, some people were like, I can't do it right now. My daughter's getting married. Totally understandable. She's going to touch base with them in a few months. So it's just those things. We have to have a record of it. So let's say you send them a message that they don't respond to. How do you typically wait to follow up? I would wait a couple of days, Carla. Your attention span is about 7 seconds. Yeah. I would wait a couple of days, Carla, and then I would just reach out again and say, hey, I just want to make sure, I know you're crazy busy. Make sure you got my message, okay? Now, how many people are familiar with Red Stamp? I know we have some newer girls on here. Who's familiar with the Red Stamp, either the app or on the computer? I'm going to show you the computer tonight. Yeah, statistics are huge for me too, Julia. And the Go for No book, he talks about that. I think it was the Go for No book. Yeah, it was. And I shared this last night with the girls. Not at all. Okay, we're going to learn tonight, Nicole. The Go for No was talking about how, they said that 80% will say yes after the 5th time, but I think the statistic was like 94 or 92% of people in the sales industry of any type of sales, direct sales, network marketing, whatever, if you're in car sales or whatever, 92 or 94% of people give up before the 5th time. So there's a small percentage of us who will actually reach out and actually get that yes. And so not being afraid of that no. Okay, so we're going to do the computer tonight. So I'm going to show you all. I guess I need to screen share. Whoops. And I'm going to show you her text because I've already pre-made one for you guys. And you guys are going to get this. I'm going to put this on our Facebook group. So hold on a second here. Okay, so here we are. Hopefully you can see it. Let me move the chat box. Okay, so I'm going to show you first what I've done. And I don't remember where I put it, so bear with me. I think it's under here. Okay, so this is pretty much what Gretchen did. And I just recreated it. So she put, I invite you to be a hostess. Want some cool organizing products for spring cleaning? Need a new purse or wallet for the spring season? Want a girls' night out? Let's set your date this weekend and I'll give you an extra $10 in hostess credit, more free stuff. I'm booking April, May, and June. What is your choice? Now here was Gretchen's thinking on the $10 in credit. It is coming out of her pocket. However, she said, even if I get a $200 party, like $10, I'm still making commission off that $200. You know, we're all making the 25%, right? So off a $200 party, even you're making $50. So if you take $10 and off that $50 profit, you're still making $40. She was willing to do that. So it's something you have to be willing to do. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. It's up to you. You're your own business owner, so you get to choose what you want to offer your friends and family and potential hostesses, right? But this just gives you an idea. Now, on the bottom of hers, it had her name and her phone number and her email, okay? I just made a generic one so you guys could see it, but it was exactly on this red stamp. So what I'm going to show you is how you can actually do this. So what I want to show you is a different way. So it's kind of a little bit bigger. I like red stamp, but I like to move it to PicMonkey. So I just thought I would show you what I typically do if I'm doing a red stamp, okay? Okay, so first of all, I know like Nicole hasn't ever been on here before. So I was at redstamp.com. There's also an app, so you can sign up through the app. And then you go to collections, and then 31 gifts, okay? So you have to create an account. It's the same account as what you use on TOT is the way mine works. And so like my, I can't even think what my email is. But yeah, you just create an account. So there's all these different graphics. And Nicole, if you have problems afterwards, just message me and I will make sure you get hooked up with this. Okay, so basically there's all these different beautiful pictures that home office is so generous to give to us. You can add your own pictures. You're totally awesome. Congrats. You're invited to a 31 party, mark your calendar, there's save the dates. So what I love about these is you can send them via email, but you can also send them via text. Now what I will typically do is I'm a computer person, so I like to create it and make it pretty on my computer. I'll save it on my OneDrive, and I also have my OneDrive, which is just like a Google Drive or a Dropbox, and I'll pull it up on my phone, save it to my phone, and then I'll text it out that way. So that way I have it both on the computer and on my phone. Now, some people just prefer to do it on your phone or your iPad or tablet. That's fine too, but for me, I just like to do it this way, okay? So the one that Gretchen used is this one here. And so what I do with any of these that I'm wanting to type in is you have to push the little button and it pulls up. You want to send it digital. This is free. And then if my internet works. Okay, so basically then you can start typing in your message. But I don't like a lot of the red stamp fonts, and I like PicMonkey anyways. So I just delete this, and then I click Add Recipient. So I leave it blank, okay? Then I just typically email this to myself. I don't even think I'm in them as a contact. I'm pretty sure I'm not. No, I'm not. I just always type in my name real fast. So I'm going to add a recipient. So I just type in an email that I don't hardly use anymore, and I pretend I'm sending it to myself. Now, you could send them out this way too, but I just send the picture to myself to have on hand. I say it's from me, and I put in a subject line, and I hit review and send, and I send it to myself. It's very easy. I don't typically even go into my email. What I then do is just go right here. Nope, it's not there. It's the other place. Sorry. Got distracted. I go back to my account, and I go to this picture here. I right-click on it. I save the image, and I save URU front. And I've got the image saved, okay? So it's down here in my little download box here. So then I'm going to go to PicMonkey, and I'm going to, I just click and drag because I'm going to edit it. I don't need an account with PicMonkey. It's very easy. PicMonkey, if you use it versus Canva on something like this, it doesn't tend to be as blurry. I don't know why Canva does that, and I just like PicMonkey for this. So here's the graphic that I just pulled from RedStamp. If you wanted to add other colors or add other pictures, you could still do that, but I'm just adding font that I want to use. Now, you can use the font that PicMonkey gives you, or you can use your own font. So like all the fonts I've uploaded to my computer as well as any that are on my Word already. So like, for instance, the one I created, I use the CF Jack Story and I just hit add text. So then I can come in here and I'll show you. Let me find it so I know what I'm typing. So I just type in, I invite you to be a hostess. And she centered it, so I just highlight it, come over here to the text box, and maybe there, center it. But I'll need to pull this over here to the end of the left-hand side and the right-hand side. And so that centers it to the picture, okay? Then I'll move it up probably just a little bit, and then it keeps going up, and I always forget that about this. But then I would just type some cool organizing products for spring cleaning. You can put whatever you want on here, but this is, I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but I'm gonna show you at least what I do. So then I just center it. I would put my information at the bottom. If you wanted to change the color of the font, you can come over here and play with all the different colors and make it really bright and pretty. And then after you're done with all of this, you would just hit save and just save to your computer, and you'll have to name it. It's gonna just save over my URU front. And then it's there. And then I can go in and I can send those via private Facebook messages. I can upload it to my phone if I need to, if I send that either to a drive that I have on my phone, or, you know, there's times where on Facebook, you can post things that are only for you to see. So if I'm in a real big hurry and I just am lazy and not willing to get into like all of the external drives that I have on my computer, I can just go to my Facebook personal profile page. So for instance, here, I'll just show you. Let's say I just wanted to, maybe, let's say I just wanted to post that, post that on my status page, but I don't want anybody to see it. So I just click only me, and I can hit post. And so I'm the only one who sees this. Then I can pull it up on my phone via Facebook, save it to my phone, and text it out that way. It's kind of a backwards way of doing it, but I just wanted to share those different ways for you guys to be able to see this. Okay, so let's look at the questions. Could we send this to be printed elsewhere? Is that possible? No, you can you could probably save that, Mary, and have it sent to like Walgreens or CVS and have it sent as a picture and posted that way. So you could totally, absolutely do that. Do you guys have questions about PicMonkey? Yeah, Julia, this is the way I do it all the time because I can make the fonts prettier and bigger and I can see how it's gonna look. Julianne's printed at home and given to a hostess as an invite. That's a great idea too. So you can use these as invitations and everything like that. But the wording that I'm gonna share with you tonight is I invite you to be a hostess. Let's go back to that one so you guys can see it. I don't know where I put it. Nope, that's not it. Let's go back. Oh, here it is. So you guys can see it again. I invite you, want to screenshot it or whatever, take a picture. I invite you to be a hostess, want some cool organizing products. So basically what Gretchen was doing was sending this out. Now she said she did attach the catalog link. That's up to you on what you want to do. You guys know the same, you know your people better than I know them, right? So this would be something you have to use like at your discretion. This is print is where I was considering any something like this for my event in June. I'm sure you could try it, Mary. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if it's gonna maybe upload it to Walgreens and see what it looks like, or upload it to Vistaprint and see what it looks like. If it's not blurry, I would say you can. Yeah, that's the only problem is, yes, Christy, this will be shared. This will definitely be shared. Don't you worry. Okay, so this is just one way to do bookings. And I'm not saying that it's going to work for everyone, but when I heard Gretchen say that she's gotten 22 bookings, I was like, okay, you need to tell me what you're doing. Like, seriously? And she did not know that she was going to get that many. Now, here's the other thing, ladies, is, and this is something that a lot of us senior directors have been talking about, and this was a while back. And I don't know if I still have the message up or not. Oh, I forgot I'm screen sharing. Probably shouldn't get on there. Okay, so basically, though, here, let me get off this so you can see. Basically, why I'm giving you a few days. So it's Tuesday. here's what I'm going to challenge you to do and encourage you to do if you're wanting to get some bookings and you're wanting to try this whole way of doing it, is I want you to wait till Friday afternoon to send these out. Why? Because the statistics say that Fridays people are stress-free, it's the weekend, and they're more willing to say yes. So let's say we get them on a Monday, I bet you they're going to say no, but they are ready for the weekend. They may be looking forward to spending time with their family. You send them this little fun message. Maybe you even say, hey, we have new great gifts. The spring gift guide is out. Or maybe they have had their eye on some of the new products like the pillows and things like that. Catching them on a Friday afternoon, early afternoon. I wouldn't wait till really late, but that's up to you. I'm going to try this even too. Like I made my list last night. And I'm going to start sending out messages to not only them, but then guess what came out today? Our mailing activity report. And guess what I had on here today? Host a party. One person clicked on it. 2 people clicked on gift guide. Then I had 6 people click on April customer specials. And I had a whole bunch of people open it. But guess what? Nobody clicked on anything else. So I want to make sure that I'm reaching out to them and offering them the chance to host a party of their own. And I am preparing myself to hear no or not even get a response, and that's totally fine. I'll move forward and I'll check in with them later on. Now, there's some people that I'm going to obviously work on May 1st because May is the month that really pushes us into June. But there's a few people, like I have been with the company for 6 years, so I know there's ladies waiting for the medium utility tote. So if you've been with 31 longer and you know you have people waiting, those are the people to contact and say, hey, I wouldn't even be as generic probably on my booking text. I would be like, hey, look what's coming in June. I'm filling my calendar now because I know it will fill up. What date do you want? And give them a couple of date choices. But those are for you all that have been a little bit more seasoned with 31, not necessarily a newer consultant, right? So you've got to play with the, figure out what you're going to say to the people that you have on your list. Now, if the list seems too complicated, one way I thought about doing it too is making just boxes on a piece of paper. So in one box, listing your Facebook friends, your family, their friends, anybody like friends-wise in one box. The second box is anybody you've met at a party or had a fundraiser. So list some people there. The third box is people from your mailing activity report. If you've put in emails to your back office when you're entering parties, those emails are being sent that newsletter. So you should have a mailing activity report from home office. And then the fourth box is buddy you've received as a lead. So if you're a senior consultant or above and you get home office leads, those type of people would go in here. Leads from any type of events. I know Mary went on a cruise, so she probably has leads. So leads would go in the box here. And so I thought this might simplify it for some of you more than just making a huge list that's like, who do you know list. So you've got to come up with your own system and your own way of doing it. But I truly think that if you figure out, if you take what Gretchen did, and I think if you try it on Friday, you could even start late Friday morning, I think would be okay because people are in weekend mode. And I want you to try it maybe Friday, try it Saturday, and let me know what the results are on Monday. I feel like this could be a really great thing. You could even attach the picture if they respond, say, hey, check out May's special and attach the picture. Or, hey, this is coming up in June. Offer them a couple of months. You may not get your bookings right away, but that's okay. At least you're starting to fill your calendar. Now, the other thing I was going to share about if you don't have any bookings, I'm always suggesting for you all to have your own home party. Have your own party of some sort, whether that's a bingo event, that is some type of event. Now, Tara, who's not on here tonight, just had a VIP event this past Friday, and I was messaging her Friday night, and I told her, well, I didn't tell her, I shared with her how I had a VIP event, and it was all about celebrating my customers. It was not about getting sales that night. It was not about getting bookings, or not about, it was about getting bookings. It was not about sales. It was not about it was more about just spending time with them and letting them feel appreciated and celebrated and getting bookings for the future. So what happened was she did get bookings for the next 2 months. She just didn't get bookings for the month that we're currently in. But I told her that was good because that puts her in a good spot towards the future. And so she was coming up with a few more ways to get sales for this month. So the thing with that is she's had open houses before. She has not enjoyed open houses. No one tends to come. She's also done parties of her own before with other people, like with other companies. They've not been that successful. But because she did a celebration event where she just wanted to show appreciation to her customers, she also took products that she had that were extras, and she offered them as she had them pick them out mid part of the party and just go back to their seat and hold on to them till she was kind of done showing her appreciation and sharing what was new with 31. Then at the end, she let them know that if they picked a date in the next month or two, that they would get that product at their party for free. So that is something, instead of offering a $10 credit, she offered that product. I did the exact same thing at my event in February, and that has kept me booked all the way through the end of this month. Now, the thing that I'm doing right now at my parties is I am those tall organizing totes, and I know I've shared this before, but my tall organizing totes, hold on, I'll grab one. Okay, so what's my earplugs? Girls, like, I'm on fire here. Okay, so these I set out at every party. I have at least 3 or 4. I bought a lot of them when my customers were not buying them, because if you really thought about it, I paid, what, $10 for them? Were they 10 or were they 12? I don't remember. But then I make 25% commission off what I bought. And realistically, if that was going to help me get a party, I was willing to spend that type of money. And this was giving them a product that we currently have to share with their friends and family as their hostess packet. And then I'm gifting it to them at their party instead of giving them a little trinket. So I am attaching these hearts with dates. And honestly, I'll be honest, in the last 3 parties that I've done, I haven't even had a chance to talk about it, because I try to not talk about it during my presentation part, but I talk about it when I'm doing my one-on-one checkout. Hopefully y'all can hear me, sorry. And because I'm doing it in my one-on-one checkout, I haven't even, they see them just sitting there. And before I can even point them out, people are coming up to me saying, I want to book a party. And they have a date in mind, just because I've done this. Sorry. Okay, so basically it has a pen. It has art party invitations, because I want them to make sure they're handing these out. I also have inside 3 catalogs. I have my hostess packet. So a party, 5 tips for a party. I have how to order sheet, 40 guests in 40 minutes, the spring gift guide, hostess reward sheet, and then some outside order forms. Usually this is April. My May ones are just regular order forms with the 3 copies. And then I'm printing off the how to order, the sample order sheet from TOT. And then it has a special flyer on the back. Then inside of it also is additional mini catalogs and our Living Your Dreams brochure. So it's basically really easy. I'm able to go over it with them. And because I've been doing this, these ladies are now, even though I like to mail the postcards myself, the ladies are mailing the postcards themselves. My last 3, my party at the end of this month, plus my party that was this past Saturday, and my party before that, not one of them have done a Facebook event to invite people to their party. And we've had between 8 and 12 people at the parties. And it's because of the postcards. So, and just giving them this, they've all come with orders before the party, because they have something in their hand. Now, what happened at this last party on Saturday was she ordered one of these. So she didn't necessarily want one. So I emptied one of my extra zipper pouches that I had, just with some prizes in it. And I told her that she was so excited that she got to keep that. So I am. I'm wearing like a sweatshirt. Yeah. Hold on, I didn't even think about that until you should. I'm going to get extra fold-in files. Yeah, so that's what I've got. Guys, I've got the double duty caddies back in this hutch. I've been buying them up when my customers are not buying them. They're $12. I get 25% commission. As a senior director, I actually get 30% commission off myself. So I'm not spending that much for a product that they can carry around and show their friends and the prints and the things that we currently have. To me, this is a better use of my money, and then I don't have to worry about a hostess gift that day at their party because they already have it and I can talk about it and share that with the people that are there. So that's something else, but that's at a party. We have to have a party first before we can do this, right? Okay, so what questions do you guys have? Questions. I like the double duty caddy because it has the handle. That's why I'm doing the double duty caddy. Do you guys think you can get some bookings by what we've shared? Everybody's silent. Silence is golden. Look at the 16 of you on. Definitely, for sure, Michaela. And just a good shout out to all of y'all. Seriously, how many of you are on here? You will try. That's right. Try. Okay, so here's the deal. We all have to commit to try on Friday, right? Because we don't know if Friday works until we try it. But we can't try it with just 5 people and then decide that was enough, right? We have to track how we're sending them a message. We also have to track, maybe I need to come up with a tracker for you all, but we have to try to send, like, remember the statistics in direct sales is 1 in 10 are going to say yes. So if you know, and the thing is, what I like about the Go for No book is he says, like, most people work towards the yes instead of towards the no goal. So we work towards, we want 2 bookings, we want 2 yeses. But the problem is that once we get the 2 yeses, we stop and we don't go for any more yeses because we've gotten our yeses. If we work towards going for 50 no's, we would continue on the no journey, but probably get more yeses, and our calendar would be even fuller. You can try this weekend. Absolutely, Nicole. I know you can do it, Miss Martha. Yay, Dottie. Well, you already got one tonight. Good. No, yeah, set a no goal, not a yes goal. That's right. We want no's, and then we'll celebrate them. Maybe we'll have to do videos about no's. I don't know. Okay, so guys, I just want to give you guys a shout out. This ends, guess what? Tonight. But I'm giving you guys 2 extra days. So you have 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, unless my sister is in labor Thursday night. I will do a live, baby due date is tomorrow, and we still don't have a baby. I will do a live drawing from all of you who've done a video. So for every video that you've put on our Facebook page or group, you guys get an entry into the grand prize drawing of a gift of $31. So yay, Kim. You can do it, Kim. Yeah, so, oh, absolutely, Julia. So if for some reason I fall off the face of the earth on Facebook and social media these next couple of days, it's probably because I'm in a labor delivery room. So just an FYI. Yeah, just get a plain notebook, Mary. I say get a notebook and just try. So yeah, so I'll probably know for sure by like 3:34 tomorrow, like what the rest of my week or next week looks like. And then I'll be able to tell you all. So if we have to switch like a training or we have to switch the drawing or whatever, but we will do we'll do it live in our Facebook group because that's super exciting that we can do it live. So did you guys have any other questions? It's 9:50. We usually end it in about 10 minutes, but we went a little short, so that's all good. I'm super excited you all got on. I hope you all get bookings. I hope this has been encouraging and you guys feel excited and believe that you can do it. Remember that customer special next month, I'm not trying to end on April's customer special is still fabulous. In fact, I have a party on April 30th and we're closing on April 30th. She didn't want the May special, so go figure. So the April special is amazing, but it's definitely time to start working towards May and working towards June. I like it. If we speak it, we will make it happen. What should you do if they don't have a home party as a gift? That's a great question, Nicole. That's up to you. That's totally up to you. If it wasn't a home party, I would probably make it a little, I would probably still offer $10 hostess credit. That's just me personally. You could just offer a free gift. But then they may just roll their eyes because they don't know what a free gift is. That's just I try to put myself in their shoes. And somebody said a free gift, I'd be like, what free gift and what's the catch? I would rather know the specific of what I'm getting if I'm going to host a party. I think the thing though is what I'm finding, and this is even with my VIP event that I did with the appreciation, I didn't even mention catalog parties or Facebook parties. And I'm not saying that they're bad to have. They're not. I just prefer home parties. I'm a home party girl. And what I found is because I've stopped talking about catalog parties and Facebook parties, I don't have them anymore. The only catalog parties I have going on anymore are my Hostess of the Month clubs. And I'm really trying to steer them into having a party when it's their month to host. Now, for somebody who's doing a catalog party, I would probably gift them. What I would probably do, Nicole, is I would offer them a tote to carry, and because that's going to help them get more sales, hopefully, especially if they're like a teacher or a nurse or something like that. And I would let her know that if she reaches the $600 level of sales, then I would give that to her as my gift. As a gift from me, but I would make sure and tell her that. So we want to try to increase the sales that way. Yeah, well, and sometimes, Nicole, all you have to do is, exactly, she said the hostess did not want to have it at home. Here's the deal, girls. When I did my VIP event and I had them all, they all had their fun little, 31 item that they picked off the back table. And I said, go pick your party date. And before I had them pick their party date, I just was very honest with them. I'm like, look, ladies, I know some of you don't want to host a home party, and I totally understand that. But I have the resources to find places within the city that cost nothing, but you and your girlfriends can have a fabulous time at a local coffee shop or a Mexican restaurant. So what I did is I just named a few off that I know are in my area. So for instance, the one I'm having on April 30th is at a Mexican restaurant here in the Liberty area. And so because I said that, I saw this lady, she popped right up. She went right over to the table and she grabbed a date. And these were two women, they're a mother-daughter. And they are two women, number one, who have never hosted a home party with me or a restaurant party. They've always done catalog parties. And so because I gave them that option, they were like, oh, and I'm very honest too, guys, like people buy more when they see it in person. That's just what I find. So if they're gonna and that's when I'm very honest with the people who are thinking about it. Okay, sure, you can have a catalog party, but I want to tell you what my average home party is, as far as what my hostesses get in free and half price and hostess exclusives. If they're willing to just get a $25 credit, okay, then we'll do a catalog party. And I tell them, it's going to be more work for you. If you have people just come to a restaurant, I'll do all the work, and that makes it much simpler. So I'm thinking about not giving an option unless they refuse a home party. I haven't had a single home party since my lunch party, all catalog or Facebook. Yeah, I mean, just start with that. I just don't talk about it. I don't know. It just has gone away from my vocabulary. Even on my customer group, I don't talk about catalog or Facebook parties anymore. In fact, I am going to be posting probably on Friday, because Friday seems like a good day. I have a few more of these, and so I want to go ahead and fill up my May and June. And so I'm going to post them out there and see if anybody will take me up on it. So I know I'll have a couple in my VIP group that'll say, well, can I do a Facebook party? And at that point, I'll be like, yeah, you can. However, here's my rule for Facebook parties. And so you guys are your own CEO. You're your own business owner, so you make the rules, and they have to play by them. So do you ask the business beforehand? Oh, wait. I can't find one to allow. So my Mexican restaurant is a separate room, and as long as we buy food of $25 or more, it's free. So I've had my Better Together events there, Kim, and so that's why I know that. It could be as simple, though, honestly, at Panera. Go find a corner in Panera. You don't need to have an actual room to have a restaurant party. Sometimes the local pizza joints, one of our local coffee shops, he will let us have that. You could even, our new library here in the Kansas City area has a barista, a big coffee shop now. It's not private. I mean, it's open to the library, but it's really never that busy. And so I've even offered that to my hostesses because everybody likes coffee, and it's not in the center part of the library, so you could be a little bit louder. You could even at this point do it at a park and offer to bring brownies and lemonade or something and make it really easy on the hostess. So anyone that lives in Omaha, we have a pizza and Mexican restaurant. Yeah. So Yeah, it's kind of just asking, but just kind of feel around, just see what they say. You know, I know Tara just had her VIP event at a Starbucks in the Omaha area. And it wasn't until we were all in Des Moines together that we started just brainstorming together. I think Jamie happened to mention it to her. I think Jamie's on the call. And so that's something too. So yeah, Kansas City has a Starbucks. So there's lots of different places. So I carry my bags everywhere. Private showings, I have six catalogs, 40 minis, 25 lip balms. That is awesome, Mary. You were like sharing it with everyone. Ladies, there are people in need of 31. And I'm just going to say this to y'all because you are my team and Julia's like an adoptee. So here's the deal. Like there are people who need 31 consultants because so many 31 consultants have gone and quit. So I find that all the time. So all of you who have stuck it out, I'm just being completely honest and real with you right now. I promise you those people are out there because there are so many times I'm out and somebody says to me, I don't have a 31 consultant anymore. And so for you all that are in it, you're in it to win it because you are like, it's the golden ticket right now because many people that I know, like I have a lot of previous consultants that used to come to my meetings and they're now my customers. Yeah. So you guys have a golden opportunity before you. You went and high-fived them. Nice. Yeah, take all your stuff with me. Take all your stuff with you. Well, guys, it's 9:58. I've kept you on here for an hour. Hopefully you got lots of valuable information. Of course, we do this every Tuesday night. The recording will be up tomorrow. If you guys, I'll go on the group now and I'll post the picture from Gretchen, and I am going to shout out to Gretchen on my Facebook page. So if y'all can give her some love, that would be fabulous. I know Martha and Carla and Dottie saw her last night. So thanks for joining me, guys. Have a good night.